So last time we have seen how to create nav bars, right? So today we will do basically the idea is once you understand, small components, how to make small components, then the entire website is very easy. Okay, because once you know how to position a component, the contents inside a component, the entire website is basically a big component. That's it. Okay, so that is how you should learn. Okay, so let's first today design this particular component, that is this one down here. Okay, so we are going to design this dark card. Okay, so let's see how to do this. So let's start our Visual Studio and open CSS5, our last week's folder. Okay, in fact I think we should create a new folder for today, right? Let's create a new folder. Okay, so let's come over here and create CSS6. And let's open this in Visual Studio Code. Okay, first index.html and CSS and another images. Okay, inside CSS I will need one style file. Okay, now some student in the feedback has said, sir, is it necessary to name the file main.css? Okay, it is not necessary. This is my way of naming it. You can name it whatever you want. Okay, then okay, so once this is done, let us open index.html, add basic elements. Okay, and then link my CSS. The CSS is this. Okay, done. Okay, so my basic website is basic template of my website is ready. Okay, so let me just now arrange start my live server. So that will start this. Let's go to the side and I am ready. Okay, so I'm ready to start developing my project. Okay, so now let's go back to Figma. Let's see what Figma can help us in. Okay, so let's zoom in. So this is what I want to create, right? So the frame that is outside, this is your website, right? So website body, you can say. Okay, so as soon as I go inside the body, before we design anything, you have to understand how many blocks there are going to be, right? So can anybody tell me by looking at this, how many blocks I will require? Okay, never consider this frame as a box. Huh? This frame is your body. So forget about body. Inside, how many boxes will be required, or basically divs will be required? Can anybody tell me? 4. Josefa says 4. Anybody else? Amin Ali says 3. Okay. Hussein Painter 3. Okay, so now let us see according to me how many. Okay, so because since I have made this, so obviously I know how many divs I require, right? But let us see how many are there actually. Okay, so you can see this is one box. Okay, and this box has a small shadow on it. Okay, then there is another box inside, you can see, which has an inner shadow. Okay, which is an inner shadow. Then there is another box which has an outer shadow. Okay, so basically this inner shadow and this outer shadow creates a effect that it is there is a engraving around it. Okay, so that is what I was going for. Okay, so you can see this particular style, and inside that I have three things. Okay, the first one is an image. Okay, then there is a maybe a paragraph or a heading or anything, and then there is a button. Okay, so then there, that means there are three things inside. Okay, but mainly if you look at how many divs are there, this is one div, this is the second div, and this is the third div. So there are actually three divs. Okay, that I'm going to use, and inside the last div there are three elements which we can decide whichever we want. Okay, so let's first define our structure, and then we will make our uh, CSS. Okay, so first always you should make the structure first and then your CSS. Okay, so let's do that first. Okay, so first let's set the structure as let's call it card wrapper. Okay, I'm going to call it card wrapper. So this is my outer div. Okay, so this outer div is going to be card wrapper. Okay, so then this I will call it as inner wrapper. Okay, then this I will call it as main card maybe. Okay, main card, or let's say card content. Okay, card, the name is your choice completely. Okay, and after these three divs then I have an image. Okay, then I have we can have, let's say we can have a span over here, or let's take h4. Okay, then we can have a button over here at the end. Okay, so the text is for the h1 is 2500 INR. Okay, and then I have a button. Okay, and the button has the name buy now. Okay, so this is what my content is. Okay, but unfortunately I don't have the image right now, so let's select image in the Figma. And if you look at the option over here, come down and you can say see export option. Okay, so you can select if the export option is not visible, just click on the plus symbol in your page and it will be visible. Okay, then you can select in which format you want the output. I usually select SVG, so that even if I scale the image it will not blur. Okay, and then I can export. And now let us go to our folder WDL CSS6 images, and here I can say MDI donut small. Okay, so this is what my image is. Now let us come over here and set the path, images MDI donut small. Okay, save, and let's look at the output. So this is what my output is looking like. Okay, so everything is proper, but it doesn't look anything like what we have, right? So let's start designing. Let's come to the CSS file. The first thing that we do is always going to be margin 0 pixels, box sizing, border box, and what else? Padding. Padding also 0 pixels. If we put, it will be better. Okay, so you can see that additional padding in paragraph, etc., that is gone. Okay, so now we can set the padding manually. So once that is done, let's go to the next part. That is now to bring this container, you can see in Figma, this entire card is in the center. Okay, so how to bring anything to the center? Anybody? How to bring anything to the center of the page? Have you guys all slept or what? There are around 30 participants. Any one of you can reply how to bring things to the center. Last time we have done. I want to bring vertically center and horizontally center. How to do it? Yes, yes, perfect. We have to use flex boxes. Okay. Now, but the problem is, where should I use the flex box? Okay. So which element do you want to be centered? This card wrapper. Okay. Now, do you find any parent? Now flex box has to be added to the parent of the div to which you want to align, right? So who is the parent of card wrapper? Anyone? Body, exactly. So the styling, the flex should be applied to the body, right? Normally we do not apply flex to the body, but let's say in our case, because nothing else is there, we can apply it. Okay. So let's do body. Okay. Then do display flex. Okay. As soon as I do that, nothing actually happens. Now, first I want to make it horizontally center. What is the command to bring it horizontally center? You know, the time you take to type on the chat box, you could have just unmuted and you could have spoken easily. Okay. So justify content center. Exactly. So whenever you want to align anything on the main axis, you do justify center. Okay. Sorry, justify content center. Okay. So as soon as I do that, you can see it works, right? It comes to the center. Now, how to bring anything to the vertical center? Okay. Vertical center, align items center. Perfect. But it will not work. Align items center. Mostly it should not work. Let's see. Okay. You can see it is not working. Why? This also we have seen last time. When does align item center, or in fact justify content center, when does they do not work? When something is not there. Any idea? Okay, for that I will show you. For that you have to do an inspect element. Okay, so this is your card wrapper. Okay, so this is your card wrapper, and check the body. Okay, so you can see it, the reason why the body, it was not aligning center, was because of the there was no height in the body. Okay, so once I added the body height, now it is aligning properly. Okay, in the center. Then I have changed the background color also. Okay, and this background color I have took it from Figma directly, because once you design it in Figma, it is not a waste of time. Okay, so basically you are doing you know, many of the things in Figma by drawing it on the artboard. Okay, so you are doing a lot of the work. I will show you how easy it will be to make this. Okay, so I have got the background. Let's save it and look at the changes. So now you can see I have got the color, right? Next step, let's come back to the next div, that is the card wrapper. Okay, so let's select card wrapper. It's a class, so I have to use dot. Okay, next let's come back to Figma and see what is the size of it. Okay, so let's select the card element, come to this position, and you can see all the styles that I've used. Okay, so let's select everything. Okay, not everything, let's select everything, and then I will remove what all things I will not be needing. Okay, so let's paste everything. Okay, but I don't need this position absolute. I need the width, I need the height. I don't need left and right, because left and right is when you are positioning absolute. As positioning absolute I have removed, so left and right need not be there. Okay, left and top need not be there. Okay, then remaining background and everything is perfect. Save it. Okay, let's go to the page and you can see I got the frame. Perfect. Okay, I did not do anything much. I have designed this in Figma, copied the style from there and pasted it over here. Okay, obviously you can write all these things yourself also. It is very easy, but you know, it is very difficult to visualize everything in CSS first and then develop it. Okay, it's better to do it in Figma and then prototype it. Okay, next let's come back to the inner div and let's take the class of inner div, that is inner wrapper. Come down. Okay, and inner wrapper, right? Inner wrapper, let's select the class so you can see all of these things are there and paste it. And now we will remove what all things we don't require. Absolute we don't need, top and left we don't need. Okay, and remaining things are fine. Okay, save it and you get the box. Okay, so you got the box with inner that shadow. Okay, but now the problem is it is not center aligned. Okay, if you look at the Figma image, it is properly center aligned, right? But it is not center aligned over here. Can anybody tell me how I can bring this particular wrapper to the center of the other wrapper? Where should I put the, obviously we all know it is display flex, right? But where should I put display flex? Inside inner wrapper or inside card wrapper or inside body, wherever? Where do you think? Exactly, card wrapper. Okay, card wrapper. Okay, so let's come to the card wrapper. Always remember, whichever element you want to be centered, you have to go to the parent of the same to center it. Okay, so I want inner wrapper to be centered. So I will go to the parent, that is card wrapper. If you look at the HTML structure, inner wrapper is over here. Inside that there is card wrapper. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, so let's come over here and do display flex, then justify content center and align items center. Simple. I got everything on the center. Okay, next I have a third div. Okay, so this is the third div and the class for that is card content. Okay, so this is the third content, third element. So let's start that. Again, it is very simple because of Figma. I just have to copy these things from here and paste it over here. Okay, and then remove some things that I don't need, like position absolute, then top and bottom. Okay, now why did I remove position absolute from this? Can anybody tell me why did I remove position absolute? The reason I removed position absolute is because I am not positioning it with respect to something. I am positioning it with respect to the flex box. Okay, so flex box does not need, unless you are using any position attribute. So it will not need left, top, right, bottom, anything it will not need. Okay, by default, it will always try to adjust according to the main axis or the cross axis. Okay, so that's why I am removing those two things, but I will be needing the width and height. Okay, so remaining things are fine. Save. Let's see the output and you can see again I get a perfect box, but again this is not centered to the center. Okay, so now how to do that? Whichever element you want to center, go to its parent. Okay, so its parent now is inner wrapper. Okay, because if you look at over here, card content is inside inner wrapper. So to make card content center, you have to display flex inner wrapper. Okay, so let's come over here, do display flex, justify content center and align items center. Okay, save it and you can see now we are on the center. Okay, now the last part is all the contents inside this needs to be aligned vertically. Okay, so that is very important. It has to be aligned vertically. So now what we have to do is go to card content. Okay. Inside that, we want all these things to be, obviously we want it vertically, right? So we can use flexbox again. Okay, so display flexbox. But when I do that, you can see what happens. By default, flexbox has a behavior of doing it horizontally, not vertically. Okay, but if I want to do it vertically, what should I do? Anyone? How to change this to vertical? Yes, flex direction. I have to do flex direction, and by default it is row, but I have to convert it into column. Okay. So if I do that, now you can see it stacks vertically, right? But now it does not have space, right? If you look at the Figma file, you can see it has space between, right? So how should I do that? Anyone? How should I add space? Space around. Okay, space around, but where? Should I do space around in justify content or align items? Where should I do? Yes, I should do it in justify content. Why? Because justify content. Why? Because your flex direction is vertical now. Okay, and that means your main axis is now vertical. So vertical means justify content is vertical, right? So whenever you want to do anything in the vertical, when you are in the other direction, you have to use justify content. Okay, justify content. Let's try space around. Okay, and you can see this is what I want. Okay, so everything is centered except this title. Okay, so let's see what is title. So title is a block level element, right? So since title is a block level element, we can easily center the contents of a title by let's select the content first. Okay, so card content, and which is that, H3 or H2? H4. Okay, so it is H4. And to align text in center, it is simple. The command is, sorry, text align center. Okay, so once I do that, I get this particular color. Okay, next let us go back to Figma and look at the font size, color, everything is different, right? So let's copy that also. And if you look at it closely, there is a shadow also. Okay, so I can copy everything from here. Let's copy first, and then we will decide which all things we need and which we will remove. Okay, so let's paste it. Okay, so font family Roboto is not there right now. We will install it later. Okay. Uh, Next, font style, everything is okay. We don't want display flex right now. We could have centered the text using display flex also, but this was easier. Okay, so this is what I want. Save it, come back, and okay, did I save it? No, save it, and you get the proper text font. Okay, one more last thing left is the button. Okay, so let's select the button also, and that will finish our design. Okay, so button. Now button style, let us find out what is the button style. Let's come over here, and you can see the button style is easily visible over here. Okay, so I can just come over here, paste it. And I also need to copy the style of the font. So color, font, family, everything, let's copy and paste it over here. Okay, and remove display flex and everything. Save, and I think that is it. Okay, and now you can see the the size of the button is right now block element, right? So we don't want that. Let us give a fixed width to it. Okay. And that also we can find from here. Okay. You can see the width of the box is 120 pixels. Okay. So let's give a width of 120 pixels and check. Okay. So 120 will be, I think, too small. Let's go for 220. 220. Okay. So basically I can do 150 and reduce a font a little. Okay. So let's reduce the font a little. Let's select, what should I select? 20 pixels. Okay. So you can see now I have the button properly. Okay. And now let us see how to center this. Okay. Now centering this will be very easy, provided we have this, now since you can see it is a inline block element. So centering it would be very simple. You can come, we already have a flex box in card content. So this entire thing is a flex box. If I simply do align items and do center, it should center it. Okay. So in the cross axis, I'm trying to center it. Okay. So this is my window, and you can see my design is complete, but it doesn't look, that effective. Now to make it much more effective, you can add a little bit of, effects to this. Okay. So let me show you how we can do that. Okay. So I can come to the card content. So this is our card content, right? So the box that is the inner box. Okay. So the inner box, and let's say when I hover over it, what should happen? Okay. So card content : hover. Okay. So when I hover over it, I want to, sorry, let me take the box shadow. Okay. And along with the box shadow, I'm going to add a third shadow. Right now there are two shadows. I will add a third shadow, which is 0 pixels. 0 pixels, that is X and Y. Now a blur of, let's take 4 pixels. Okay. And a color of lime green. Okay. Or lime, let's take lime. When I set that, now if I go over it, you can see I get a nice little this thing. What do you say? Animation, right? Next, I think the this brightness could have been a little bit more. So I can add a little spread also. Okay, so 2 pixel spread I'm adding. So now you can see it is much more prominent. Okay. Next, let us add a little bit of, I want a lift to it. Okay. It should go up a little. Okay. So for that, I can do transform. Okay. And I want this to go up. Okay. So it is translate, and in the Y direction, this is Y, this is X, and this is Z. Okay. So translate Y, and let's try a little bit of width. Okay. So little bit of pixels, minus 20 pixels. So you can see it is going a little bit up. Let's take 50 pixels. Okay. So you can see it is going, I think it is a bit too much. Let's do 30. 30 will be fine. Okay. So it is going perfectly. Okay. Next, I want to make it a little big also. Okay. So to make it a little big, I cannot do again transform and do scale. Okay. So that is not allowed. Only one transform is allowed. Okay. So if you want to have multiple things in one transform, you just have to add space and do the next command. Okay. So scale 1.1. Okay. So 1.1 will increase the size a little. You can see. Okay. Now this animation is very immediate. Okay. So I want a little smooth animation. So what you do is wherever the hover is, okay, so whichever element the hover you have attached, go to its parent. Okay. So the parent is this, I mean, not the parent element, but the original tag of that particular element. Okay, so this is the element to which hover is attached, so this is the tag. Okay, so in here you just put transition and give a delay. Okay, so let's say 500 milliseconds delay I am adding. So now look at what is happening. So you can see a smooth animation now. Okay, so it increases nicely. Okay, in fact you can go one step ahead, and I think you will like this. You can duplicate this. Okay, and you can go one step ahead, and what I want now to do is when I move over this, I want the symbol to rotate. Okay, so when I move over any of this particular div, the symbol should rotate. Okay, so for that what I have to do is the hover element, the hover tag should be attached to the element which you want to hover. Okay, so like for example this entire element. Okay, and now you have to decide which element do you want to rotate. Okay, so I want to rotate the image inside it. Okay, so I can do this. Okay, this means a child. Okay, which child you want to select? The image child. Okay, because if you look at the HTML inside card content, there is a child called image. Okay, so I can target that, and in here I can do a simple transform, and I can do rotate. Okay, and I can do rotate, let's say 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and save it and look at this. Okay, so it is rotating, right? But that animation of rotation is not there. Okay, so why it is not there? Because you have to target the image for that. I mean, you have to add transition to it, then only it will rotate smoothly. Okay, now to add that transition effect, you have to find out which element you are trying to rotate. Okay, so you are trying to rotate image, right? So you do one thing, you go to that image element. Okay, now how to go to that image element? Card content img. Okay, and here you put the transition. Okay, so transition, let's say 500 milliseconds. Okay, so now once you do this, now look at this. You can see how many, how nicely it is working, right? You can increase this degrees to, you know, a higher value also. Let's say 500 degrees. Okay, so when you do 500 degrees, it will keep rotating. Okay, you can see it looks like you know, a chakri which is rotating, right? So you can increase this value any amount of times, any number you can set. Okay, I hope we have understood this. Are there any queries till now? Okay, so Tabish is asking, similarly, it's for the button like we did for the image. Yes, yes, for any. Let's say I want to lift the button a little. Okay, so if I want to lift a button a little, I will just duplicate this code. Okay, and instead of targeting image, I will target button. Okay, and I can it doesn't make a sense to rotate. Okay, so let's see what happens, how it looks. Okay, so you can see what happens when the button rotates, but obviously that effect of rotation is not there. For that, what you have to do is you have to go to that particular component, card component button, and add a transition. Okay, so add a transition of 500 milliseconds. Okay, and now look at this. Okay, it is not good, but we will do something else. Okay, so let's do translate Y. Okay, and translate Y, let's do a little lift. Okay, so 10 pixel lift, minus 10 pixel. I want to go it upwards. If you want to go downwards, then you can do 10 pixel positive. Okay, so you can see it is going down. Okay, I think this is not looking good. I should have done scale. Okay, so I can do scale of 0.6. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So you can see how it looks. Okay, so I think the basic idea is clear, right? How these things work. Any queries over here? Yes. Somebody has any queries? Okay, clear. Okay, so let's tackle the last one also. This is very nice example. Okay, so I will provide you the Figma file of this so that you can also try it and show me the output. I will post this Figma file in the Slack chat. Okay, uh, and you can show me how your file looks. Okay, how your end product looks. Okay, so basically this is another card for the light background. Okay, so here we are not going to develop anything. This is your homework for you. Okay, so I will provide you this file, this Figma file. Okay, now it's going to be very simple. All you have to do is go to Figma and go to this particular button, import, and I will be providing you with .fig file, fig file, and just import it and you will get the design. Okay, then what you have to do is you have to create this. Okay, any one of them. If you can create both, it is good. uh, if you can create one of them, the other is just change of colors. Okay, it's not that important. And then you show it to me. Okay, so you can post the link to me. Okay, now how to do that? You just have to go to uh, prototype. Okay, and then press on play button. Okay, sorry, this is not related to Figma. I'm sorry, I was confused. This was not related to Figma. I don't want to see the Figma design. I am providing you the Figma design, right? So what you have to do is you just upload it on GitHub with code designed, and then you share the link of that final published website on the Slack group. Okay, and let us see how you can design it. Okay, now I will give you a little tip before we close the session. Now, can anybody tell me how many divs will be required to do this? Okay, Salik Ansari has a very nice question. Is it practical to implement it on a website? Will adding these many effects affect the loading time? Absolutely not. It will not at all affect the loading time. But if it's a slow computer, the animations consume CPU. Okay, so that is a little problem. Uh, but I don't think it will create much effect. You can try it out, but preferably you should not use no too much of animations, but little bit of animations is allowed. Okay, and in fact without that nowadays nothing, no website is interesting to watch. There has to be little bit of animation, and definitely it will not affect that much. That I'm sure. Okay, then how many animations should we add max so that website doesn't get slow? Okay, so usually any animation which is infinite. Okay, so I will show you in the next session that how you can create infinite animation. Now, when you create infinite animations, that is something which is not going to slow down, but it will create a problem for the user. Okay, so you should try to avoid infinite animations. Okay, so like if you look in our website, college website, you can see the logo continuously blinking, right? So such kind of animations you should not use. Okay, now you may ask, sir, then why you have put the animation? So frankly, I am not managing that website now, so it is not me. But I have added it, but not it's not my idea to add it. Okay. Anyway, next. Okay, so getting back to the question, how many divs required for the card? Okay, so if you look at the number of divs required, uh, I would say 3 divs. That is exactly correct. 3 divs for the main wrappers and 1 button for this green color, what do you say, button, and 3 images which are also buttons actually, but there are these three are the images, anchor tags, may I can say. Okay, so these 3 are anchor tags, and this is h1, maybe h1, h2, anything, and this is a paragraph. Okay, so you can see how many elements are required. Okay, so one entire div for this entire container. Okay, so always remember, whenever you create any component, there has to be one div which is covering everything. Okay, so that's why that one div is required. Then there is another div. If you see, this is another div which is the background of the content. Then this particular div, I have not created any separate div for this. This is basically in the footer only. But in HTML, you can create another div for the below one. Okay, that is how I would create it. Okay, so there will be one complete div. Then there will be 2 small divs, one for the green background and one for this white background. Inside the white background, there will be anchor tags. And inside the green background, there will be one h1 tag that will be card title. Then there will be one paragraph tag which will have this contents. Then there will be one, this is the very confusing part, that how this is coming somewhere in between, right? So it is neither on top, neither on bottom, right? So as soon as you find something which is floating around, okay, which is not in the flow of the document, you should understand that some type of a position is used. Okay, so here, whenever such kind of a thing is there, you should understand that there is position absolute being used. Okay, so in this particular button, you are using position absolute, and the parent where you are putting this, there it should be position relative. Okay, now where to put this, it is completely your choice. You can put this inside this div, the green div, or you can put it inside the white div. It doesn't matter. Okay, wherever you put, accordingly you will have to position it. Okay, so if you are putting it in the white, then you have to take it up. If you are positioning it in the green div, then you have to bring it down. Okay, so accordingly you will have to manage. Okay, so I will share this file with you, and you can design. In fact, this entire file I will share, so you can try this nav bar, you can try this animation also, anything. Okay, and at least I want everybody to try this particular card. Okay, it's the white one. Okay, and show me, paste the link in Slack. Okay. Okay, so any other doubts before we close the session? Is everything clear?